Hello, rail fans. We're glad you come along with us today. We're actually in Adel, Georgia, watching a southbound Norfolk Southern. Well, we started out the day with plans to end up in Savannah. We wanted to go over and do some looking around at the Amtrak station and some railroad activities over there. But my wife had a doctor's appointment for a checkup in Tifton after lunch, and so we decided to do some local stuff as we made our way towards that time, and happened to hear this one was about to come through Adel. So this is a favorite spot. You're right close to the track and you're off the main drag, and like I said, it's just it's a pretty neat spot. Because of the time in the morning, we were able to get a shady spot next to the track, and Hank, my dog, and I have been on this same street in the middle of summertime, and in midday it's just absolutely scalding hot. So if you're in ever in Adel, it's about 2 blocks off of the main drag of 41 north or south, whichever direction you're going, and check it out. It's a good little access street. There's a good long ways behind us and in front of us that you can go that's close. So many times when we're out here, it's very hard to pick up the work number of the train, and I'm quite sure this train at least came through Macon to get here. It may have originated in Macon, and it'll end up going through Valdosta down and end up in Jacksonville. I could have looked up a number that probably would have fit, but I really hate to put down work numbers that I'm not sure of. But this does have several containers and a lot of freight on this train going south. We didn't have Hank with us today since we were going to go to a doctor's appointment and then head on over to Savannah. So Hank's at home with the girls, and he sure hated to not get in that truck with us, I can tell you that. For rail fans that have scanners, I'm probably preaching to the choir here, but a lot of times it's really hard to pick up what load numbers are what between the chatter. Sometimes you can only hear dispatch, sometimes you can hear the engineer and dispatch, and when you have that, you have an opportunity to hear better about what numbers are load numbers and what are other just technical numbers they have on paperwork. We are considering a different rooftop antenna, one that's actually tuned more to the bands for the railroad. If you're familiar with a scanner, you know that some of them talk slow and concise, and sometimes you'll hear engineers talk like they're auctioneers at an auto auction. Thought about giving this one chase. Since we had some time, it was like a 1:45 appointment, but we heard a little chatter on there, and it happened to be this switch engine here that was in Adel. And since we were already in Adel, we decided to see what was going on with that. And this segment here is actually the switcher pushing some cars in and dropping some, and then they'll be moving on later on to they got the permission to go all the way to Tifton with some cars there, so that's what this segment will contain. Well, we got the special toot, and we did get a hand wave through the glass. For those of you that maybe don't know, we enjoy every time that happens. At least we know that the guys are seeing that we're out here interested in what they do on their jobs. Well, he gave us the toot again. We always like that. We also knew that he had permission to go to Tifton, and there is a sister city to Adel called Sparks, and there is a siding that they do put cars on up there. And so we decided, instead of waiting for this one to do all the work that it was going to do, we would go ahead on up to Tifton and be looking around for a spot to catch him there. And so now we're on 3rd Street in Tifton, and we didn't have to wait very long. He was there. as always, we thank you for watching, and we appreciate those who watch all the way to the end. And until then, we'll see you next time. See ya.